Hey, Kevin, what are you doing?
Well, I had an email the other day from a female welder, you know, a new welder to the field. Welcome very much. Have fun. And she said, I'm doing some furniture, and I want to make some T-joints, but the clearance is so tight in there, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go in and grind all my welds down to be able to get the drawer to slide in where she's putting this thing together. So she said, is there some way, because I'm only using 1/8 inch steel, she said, is there some way I can weld that and have it secure where I don't have to do all that grinding inside? Oh, sure. It's called plug welding. So plug welding is really, really easy. All you need to do is draw your line. This is where your piece of metal is going to be sitting, is right in here. And you just go ahead and make a few marks on there where you want to drill some holes. So you can come to the back side of the piece of metal, put your joint together, and weld right through that hole.
That seems pretty simple.
It is pretty simple. It's real simple. It's real easy to do. So let's jump over to the drill press over there. We'll punch a few holes in this, and then we'll come jig this up, and I'll just tack it together with the TIG welder over here. Then you can see what it's going to look like. Oh, wait. There's one other thing I got to do. So center punch. Before you drill a hole, always, before you drill a hole, use your center punch. Make a little divot, you make a little mark in there so you know where you're going to drill. Then that gives your drill something to center on, rather than trying to walk across the piece of metal and now your hole's off center just a little bit. So this is actually from the woodworking field. It's real easy to use. You just put the pointy end down where you want it on your line, hold the bottom, and just pull up on it, and you have a mark. Okay, now I'm ready to go over and drill a hole. Don't forget your glasses. Something a lot of people do with a drill press that is really, really a bad habit is they want to grab this handle and just yank on it. Let the drill do the work. Let the drill cut at its own speed. You really only need about the weight of your hand. You know, the weight of your hand, your finger, whatever. Just a little downward pressure. Let the drill do the cutting rather than force it. Drills last a lot longer that way. Cool. Back to the bench. So another little brain fart between the drill press and the bench. I remembered, oh, I got the little burrs on the back where I made my hole. So grab your grinder, you know, your handheld, your bench grinder, whatever. Just buzz off the back a little bit just to clean it up. So when you want to put it in a jig, when you're welding, whatever, there's no burrs in the way. So just. So I've got the pieces stuck to a welding magnet. Look down through the holes. You can see the bright shiny metal through there that you want to weld to. Of course, I've got the magnet stuck to the bench. I've got the ground clipped to the bench. I've got the Everlast Power MTS 251 SI running over here, set up for TIG mode, and I've got it set at 131 amps. So all I'm going to do is just get right down in there, no filler wire, and just zap it on off. That's all I'm going to do, just to spot weld it.
How do you know that those two pieces are at right angles to one another?
Well, because I'm a professional and I'm sitting in front of the camera. It's a very good question. Well, here's a bigger version of that magnet. This is what's sitting on the bench. One piece of metal is stuck here, the other piece of metal is stuck on the top. So we got a nice right angle. So as long as you're going to come in just real quick, turn it on 2T, not 4T, 2T, so you can just click it, let it go. Just zap it, let it go. Tack, 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 tack. Work your way right along. So let's get to tacking. And now I'll come back with a little filler wire and just fill in the little divots so you can grind it smooth again. And now the moment of truth. So you got a nice clean T-joint. Nice and, 90 degrees right in there. It's not quite straight, but it's 90 degrees. And you got nothing on the inside. Nothing to grind, nothing to clean up. So you're going to make your drawer. Your drawer's going to slide through there. You can put a slide on it or what have you. Nothing's going to get in the way. And then on the outside of your cabinet, that's where your little spot welds are. So you just come in with your grinder, just touch them off a little bit, get them ground smooth. You should be good to go. Just grind that down just a little, and you're ready to put your finish on it, and you're done with your project. So I hope that answers your question. Now you got to do me a favor. Reach down there and hit that subscribe button for me, will you? I'll see you guys next week. Okay, so I got it stuck on a welding magnet here. Not very well.